Hello. I'm gonna get a message for the highest and greatest good. Alright, right away we have a bunch of dust flying around, even though I just literally cleaned off my entire altar. So that could be significant. I feel like we need a whole lot of cleansing today. So I have a candle, I have the essential oil diffuser going, we got the Palo Santo, I got my tea. The tea message is how strange that nature does not knock and yet does not intrude. She don't knock, she kicks the door down. I don't know. But it's not an intrusion because everything is nature. And while I was shuffling, the Judgment card was peeking its head, and that felt significant. If you're watching this in current time, there's a lot of shit going on in the world. 111. And I feel like part of this message, part of the purpose of this message is gonna be empowering you, because you could be feeling powerless right now. You could be feeling powerless, and low-key part of you could be forgetting who the fuck you are, because you know what? I don't know. The energy just feels a little complex today, to be honest, and I was like kind of resistant of taking this video too, because the energy was feeling complex, and you know, it just didn't really feel simple. It felt like, dang, if I tap in, I'm gonna have to get into this. So you know what, we're locking in, we're getting into it. Maybe right now we're in a period where the dust is being kicked up. Maybe that's why it feels like scattered. It feels, you know what I mean? It's like the dust has just been kicked up, and we gotta wait for it to settle. Maybe that's significant. Also, the Eight of Pentacles is coming out, which is a super elegant, abundant, divine, feminine queen. So, yeah, my tea's really good. I put fresh ginger in it. Okay. We have a candle lit for the victims of everything that is happening right now, or being shed light on right now. And so, yeah, let's see what this message is going to be today. Also, yeah, I was getting a message that you could be feeling powerless. Alright? So I'm here to remind you of who the fuck you are, because you're not powerless. And what I was getting before I press record from Spirit is that Spirit wants you to focus on the things you can control in your physical reality, this life that you are building. Just because the world seems like it's crumbling doesn't mean that your life is. Alright? In fact, your life is being built up. You're part of the foundation of the new earth, if you resonate with that. Okay, Spirit, please, messages of the divine, of the highest divine love and wisdom. Okay, yeah. This is the Nine of Wands. This is someone who has been resilient, a test of faith, standing your ground, This couldn't be a more perfect card to start this reading with. Okay? So, yeah, I'm here to remind you that regardless of anything that's going on in the world, your job is to stand strong and remember who you are and have courage. Because Judgment Day is here, and I'm getting that as darkness is coming to light, so is your purpose. You are an integral part of these times we're living in. You have a very integral purpose here. Alright, so, yeah. This is just a card for Spirit to say, lock the fuck in, because there's shit. Shit's hitting the fan. Alright, we have the Five of Wands on the bottom, which is people fighting, literally. So there's a lot of division in the world going on right now. There's a lot of division. And sometimes it could feel like a test of faith for you. But again, your job is to stand your ground. And stay resilient. Because you're strong and you're powerful. Yeah, you're a warrior, I just heard. You're a warrior of love. And of truth, and of justice, and of peace. Let's see what we have coming face down. We have the Temperance in reverse, and we have the Devil. This is imbalance, and the Devil seems fitting coming out in this reading here, because there's lots of devilish things coming out in the world. Okay. Yeah. Imbalance, extremity, discord. We're living in a time of chaos right now. Okay? But it doesn't change the destiny that is your birthright. The destiny of your own heaven on earth, of your own greatest fulfillment and success. Surrender. That's coming out. The Hanged Man. New perspective. Surrender. Yeah, so that's going to be very, yeah. Spirit wants you to just, when it feels like pure chaos and when it feels like it's overwhelming, excuse me, it's time to surrender. When you surrender, you stay changeable. And I feel like that's very significant right now, is to be changeable. Every morning when you wake up, you could just declare to the universe, I am willing to change. You know, because I'm feeling like there's going to be, it's like Spirit wants to morph you into this resilient, courageous warrior. So it's like Spirit's going to help you release any self-doubt. Because, yeah, I'm just hearing that you're here to, like, part of your existence here is divine justice. Like, you stand for truth. You stand for justice. And however that's going to look in your personal life. Like, okay, what I'm getting right now is the things that are happening on a global scale are also happening on smaller scales, like in our day-to-day lives. Like, these dynamics and archetypes that are being brought to light, it is a very universal thing that I'm getting. So it's like, not only are these like elites being exposed, but like there's going to be exposure in your day-to-day life. We're going to see the ugly rearing its evil head or something. I don't know, I just heard that. Like, you're going to see darkness being exposed. Alright, like, it's Aquarius season right now. And we're entering the age of Aquarius. So, this is a revolutionary time. And again, you're one of God or the universe or whatever you resonate with. The Most High. You're one of the warriors of truth and justice. Because you are surrendered. That's literally why. Like, because you surrender your ego and you're willing to change and you're willing to learn. It's like you are allowing God to morph you. I keep getting that. It's like, stay willing to change. Stay willing to surrender, to release, to shed. You're shedding the old. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're shedding. Big shedding happening right now. With shedding, with the wood snake. 1, 2, 3, 4. All is on time. No matter how chaotic it might look, everything is happening in perfect timing. We're shedding. We're shedding the old. And the fire horse, it's like, that's what Spirit is preparing you for. Is building up your courage, your stamina, your strength to be able to gallop into this new year. We have the Tower. Gallop into this new year as the person that you're meant to be. The affirmation is, unexpected events can build up my inner growth. Yeah, you're resilient. You're meant to be resilient right now in these uncertain times. Alright, and you do that from surrendering. From remembering who you are. Focusing on what you can control. Which is a life where you are operating at your most excellent. I'm not saying to, become an overachiever, but in all that you do it with excellence. Shout out to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He said, if you cannot fly, then run. If you cannot run, then walk. And if you cannot walk, then crawl. But by any means, keep moving. I don't know if that was word for word, but keep moving. However you can. And strive for excellence in all that you do. If you're gonna spend the day laying down and doom scrolling, like, that would be the version of crawling. If you can't do anything else, crawl. But like, give yourself a nice essential oil foot bath while you do so. Make yourself a cup of tea. You know, like, remember to just make your reality feel good. Because that's another thing you're here for, is to anchor in the new earth. And you do that by living in pleasure. The most true reality is the one we are living within. And I know you know that. You're a master manifester. You have manifested wherever you're at right now with that technique. So it's like, don't let all this shit that's falling apart make your internal world fall apart, right? It's like staying stable in, you know, it's like, there's definitely, it's necessary to feel the whole spectrum. You feel the sadness, you feel the anger, you feel the disgust, you know, you feel the rage, you feel the sorrow. And you also know that all of this is necessary in order for your heaven on earth to come into fruition, for a better world. This is divine justice unfolding right in front of our eyes. So even though it's terrifying and despicable and all things absolutely horrifying, there's no words. It just proves what we've been saying all along, what we've known all along, that divine justice is at hand. It's here. And if you're watching this, you are getting your divine justice too. Judgment Day is here. The universe is cracking the frick down. I'm just hearing like the powers that be are getting a real taste of the true powers that be. Okay, anyways, let's just keep going. So surrender and stay changeable. Some other advice I was getting is really try to spend time in nature. Try to aim for 2 hours of sunlight a day. Grounding is going to be very important at this time. Getting your feet on the grass, sitting next to a tree, just like getting the frick off the internet and into nature and calming your nervous system. So I was being guided to tell you about tapping, EFT tapping. You know, if you don't know about it, you can look it up, but it's like, I notice when I'm feeling too like distracted or uncomfortable to go into meditation, what really helps is to start it with just tapping, because it can be very grounding and can help you to get out of your mind and help you to get into that space of breathing deeper, you know. This one specifically right here is like, it gives you the effect of like the comfort of a baby being patted on the back by its mother. So it's like you're soothing your inner child. And like, you'll notice that if you do this one specifically for like a few minutes, like you'll literally feel calmer. Like it's actually so cool. So yeah, I was getting that is significant. And also essential oils, like using citrusy ones like orange and grapefruit can really help to like uplift your mood, especially like, I don't know what the weather is where you're living, but it's pretty cold here, and you know, we have limited sunshine. The sun starts to set at like 4:35. So yeah, there's a message of just like Yeah, taking care of yourself and your inner world right now. Like, if you have to check in on what's going on, like, out in the external world, do it with balance. Like, go check it right before your workout. Otherwise you don't want to get like all this adrenaline pumping and then like go to sleep with that energy, you know. And I'm getting transmute. You can transmute it. You're here to transmute it. And so I'm just getting that things could be feeling a little extra difficult for you right now because you're picking up on all these energies, all these heavy energies. So it could feel like more of a struggle to move your body and work out and stuff like that. But it's like so good when you do, because you're literally transmuting these energies. And maybe dancing as well. Just dancing and connecting with your body in that somatic way, and just like kind of doing things as like an offer to the universe, you know. Yeah. Let's see. Let's get some more cards. Justice. Flew out. Did some flips and flew out. I believe that justice will always live on earth. Yeah, we're at a time where justice is raining down. It's raining down. Alright. It's like karma is catching up. Karma's catching up to people. Yeah, and I'm just getting that the best space that you can be in right now is your heart. It's like, I'm just getting a message right now that it's not helpful to like watch people get their karma and be like, yeah, that's what you deserve, you know? Like, even though it is what they deserve, it's like, that's not really a helpful attitude. But dropping into your heart for people who are struggling or suffering, that is helpful. Sending out love. Because we all get karma at one point or another, right? Strength on the bottom. So it's like this gentle strength that Spirit wants you to be in. Yeah. Yeah. This gentle strength of trust, of trusting and allowing yourself to be soft and to be loving, you know. Don't let all this shit harden you. Yeah, this is wild. All these cards, like, literally could not be more perfect for what I was feeling. Yeah. Spirit wants you to persevere. All is unfolding. All is unfolding according to the highest, greatest good. It's like just having trust in that and not giving into fear, you know? Like the fact that things are crumbling and false systems are being taken down right now. Yeah. Is a sign that we're getting closer to the sun, as we have the sun coming out right now. this is all a sign that the light is getting nearer. Okay? And the light looks like, okay, I'm getting that the light for some people, the sun, love, truth, like this embodiment of the sun, feels like hell to some people because their darkness, I'm just getting that's what burning in hell is being exposed to so much love that makes you look, that exposes how opposite of love you've been, and it burns. Like, that's burning in hell. But for someone who follows their north star, someone who follows the light through the darkness, because that's what you've been doing. You've been following the little bit of light you have and allowing it to guide you through the darkness. And you're getting closer to it, and it's gonna feel like home to you because you've stayed true to it. You've walked towards it, and little by little you've allowed it to penetrate your being. Yeah, you've done the spiritual contemplation. Yeah, because we have the Hermit and the Sun coming out as our last cards. Yeah, and that's interesting. We have the Two of Swords on the bottom of the deck, which can signify hidden information, coming to crossroads, difficult choices, stuck in the middle. Okay, so, and I was hearing this in an astrology forecast as well, that like with all these energies, like a choice is coming. And this choice is going to need you to be courageous and to remember your power. And remember what you stand for, truth and justice. Yeah. It's wild times we're living in, guys. It really is, but the sun, I guess that's just what it looks like when the sun's coming out. All the rats gotta scurry to the gutters. I don't know. Yeah, see, and this, I saw this too twice while I was shuffling, maybe 3 times. This is the 8 of Swords, and this is where I was getting that powerless energy. You could be feeling powerless. So yeah, don't think that you can't do anything. Okay? Like, you might feel like that with all the crazy shit happening in the world. It could feel like there's nothing you can do, but that's an illusion. That's like a victim mentality. You have power. Don't forget, you're a warrior of truth and justice, and you're here for a reason. You're here at this time specifically for a reason. And again, like, when shit hits the fan, which it is, time to lock in and really remember who you are. Because again, as the sun is coming out and judgment is happening, the sun's coming out and illuminating the truth. It's also illuminating the truth of you, of who you are. So it's like this need to surrender and allow yourself to be changeable and allow yourself to shed old identities. Because sometimes that's all they are identities, you know? And they could have been true at the time for you, but it's like clinging onto them will not serve you. It's like allowing yourself to shed old identities so that you can rise more into your true identity. Yeah. There's really a spiritual war happening, and we're seeing it right now in politics. We're seeing it in so many levels. This spiritual war, you know, light and dark, left and right. And it could feel more comfortable for you to like wear this blindfold like metaphorically, because we have the Two of Swords and the Eight of Swords here, and they're both wearing blindfolds. So it's like having the courage to take it off and see the truth. Yeah, because we have the Hierophant behind it, and this is like God, pretty much. Yeah, this is like yeah. There's a need to trust in your intuition, to have confidence and speak your truth. Take that blindfold off, because you're backed by God, the Most High, and you're here to stand for truth and justice. And you are literally helping to bring the light in. Yeah, so it's like allowing yourself to be shined upon, taking the blindfold off, realizing that you are this very powerful being. And ultimately, remember that you are being blessed as you stand in your truth. You're being blessed. You're manifesting. It's like, don't forget what you've already manifested. It's already done. You already put the order in. So don't lose trust. You know, you might have tests of faith, but like, this is your confirmation. Like, don't lose trust. You still have all of those blessings and abundance. Okay? But it's just like, that's when the dust settles. Yeah. I'm just feeling like the dust is coming back, and that's significant because I have this light, this ring light. So like that would symbolize like the sun, the light, God that is, coming. And like I didn't even notice the dust before the light came on. So yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna get a couple Magdalene oracles. Yeah, and then we have the Six of Wands just peeking out as a last card. It's a victory. It's already a victory. So it's like don't lose hope. Don't fall victim to like fear and hopelessness, because it has already been manifested. Love always wins. The new earth has already been anchored. It's already been manifested by so many of us. It's already been anchored. And again, like we were saying earlier, our internal reality is the most real one. So it's like, it's already a victory. It's already a success. We are going to get to celebrate. Celebrate. So it's keeping that vision and holding that faith. And who do you want to be in that celebration? Who do you want to be? You want to be free, right? You want to be free. You want to be confident. You want to be able to celebrate, So if you've been keeping yourself like blind to anything, it's like this is your call to take the blindfold off and remember who the fuck you are. You're powerful. Sorry for my language. But not really though, because I say what I want and I do what I want. Hello, thank you. Remember who you are. Let's get some Magdalene Oracle cards, please. The resurrection. That's intense. And the picture's like a sun. Yeah, dude. And then we had the Judgment energy. You're being resurrected. The truest version of you is being resurrected right now. So it's like being willing to let any false identities burn and fall off. Fall off of ya. Acceptance. Wow. Beautiful. Yeah. Like accepting who you are, accepting what's happening, and keeping your eyes on the vision of the bright future. See, there's like a star near her third eye. Acceptance. There might be some uncomfortable things that you're facing as well, as the light draws closer. You might be confronted with some discomfort within yourself, with some things that feel uncomfortable to look at. There's a need for acceptance here. You deserve acceptance and love. And by doing that, you bring the light into the dark places. But by staying blind, you know, you're blocking the light out. The prophet. Yeah, dude. You're a prophet. It's like, speak your truth, live your truth. You are a manifestation of divine truth and justice. You have eyes to see the truth when you take your blindfold off. When you're willing to look at what's uncomfortable and you have the confidence to trust your intuition and speak. You're strong. You're strong, and you're gentle, and you're kind, and you're powerful. So, yeah, heart and soul. There's really a call to it's like big integration energy. It's like standing in your power, knowing who you are, but like also staying soft and changeable and ready to learn. So that's the message for today. I really hope that you got something from it. Much gratitude to you for listening. And I am sending you so much love from my heart to yours. And may you be blessed in all directions. Thank you.